Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Wednesday, the 23rd of June, 2021. I've learned a new word today, and that word is ecocide. Have you ever heard of it? No? You've heard of homicide, suicide, regicide, fratricide, a couple of others, I think, but never ecocide, and that's because this is a new term that's been coined by a bunch of lawyers who've got together to try to define crimes committed of widespread or long-term damage to the environment and get them get it accepted as a crime by the International Criminal Court, the ICC. Now, of course, the ICC is not all countries are signatories to the ICC, notably the US, I think. I remember that. Anyway, this would be the first crime where victims are not human. Humans are not the victims, and that would be an interesting move, wouldn't it? I have a feeling this kind of thing will be accepted over a long period. I have a feeling that immediately it's likely to be rejected, but as conditions get worse and worse, this kind of thing could well be accepted. So there we are. Be very careful. Do not commit ecocide today or tomorrow. Today's Guardian puzzle, Sudoku puzzle, is listed as medium. I'm seeing a lot of numbers. It looks like there are a lot of numbers here. Maybe they're all kind of congregated in the center. Maybe it looks like there are more than usual. I don't know. I'm not counting. But anyway, how do we play Sudoku if you're brand new to the game? Well, we can see rows across. We see a large grid, and if we look at the rows across, you'll see numbers placed in them. This one has 8, 3, 7, 1. This one has 4, 7, 8, 2, 3. And so there are 9 squares, and so we can fit numbers up to 9, between 1 and 9, in each of the squares across. And we consider the row columns down, and we do the same thing: 1, 3, 8, 9, 7, 4. You'll notice no number is repeated. And this is really how we find the solutions. There's one more thing to consider, that each of these larger boxes has 9 squares, and the same rule applies. Numbers 1 to 9 have to fit in there, and they can't be repeated. So this central chute looks really full. It's quite amazing. So let's see how it works. So look, we have an 8 blocking down here. So we know that an 8 is going to appear in one of these 2 squares, right? Right? Because it can't appear again in this square. So an 8 will appear here or here. That means that there can be no other 8s in this row. This 8 means there's no 8 here. The eventual 8 that gets positioned here, either here or here, means that we can't have an 8 in this row either. So no 8 here and no 8 in these 3 squares gives us an 8 here. And that might seem like a bit of a, I'm not sure if that seems tricky as an opener or not if you've never played Sudoku before, but hopefully you understood that. Okay, and if you didn't understand that, don't worry, because I'm going to show you something very similar. Right, so the 7 blocks up this column here, right? So again, 7 is limited to here or here. 8 and 7 have to be in these 2 squares here. So because we know that 7 is limited to these 2 squares, we know that it can't appear along this row here. So this 7 blocks it from being along this row here, 7 blocks from being along this row here, and look, we have a 7 in this column, meaning that's not a 7 either. So 7 can go here. And we also can find a 7 down here, because we have an intersecting 7 in this column. What I mean is 7 blocks down this column, 7 blocks down this column here, and 7 blocks across this row. So blocked, blocked, and blocked again leaves us just 1 square, so we can fit a 7 in this square here. 1, 2. Okay, there are 3 numbers missing in this row. We have a 1, we don't have a 2, we have 3, we don't have 4, we have 5, but we don't have 6. So missing numbers are 2, 4, and 6, but look here, 2 and 6 are in this column here, right? So this can't be a 6 because of this 6 here, and this can't be a 2 because of this 2 here. So clearly that has to be a 4. Excuse the passing car. What's missing up here? 1, 3, and 5. 3. Okay, so in this row here we don't have 1, 3, or 5, but this 3 means that that's not a 3, and this 3 means that that's not a 3, right? Because you can only have a 3 once in one block. Here it's in the same column, here it's in the same block, and so 3's got to go here. Now remember the missing numbers were 1 and 5. This 5 blocks here, or this 5 blocks here. 2 5s are actually blocking the same square. So 5 has to go here, and 1 has to finish off here. Now, what else was 7 or 8 was limited to here or here, right? So what are the missing numbers here now? 2 and 6, are they? Okay, 2 and 6. So 1, 2. There's nothing at the ends. Okay, I'm just investigating possible things. So let's start. Maybe I should start looking through the numbers to see if there's anything useful. Doing a very quick scan through the numbers. I'm not pointing them out to you just yet because I haven't seen anything I think is useful. Here we go. So 3 blocking down here and 3 blocking up here means that that has to be a 3. This 4 blocks up this column, and this 4 blocks up this column, and this 4 blocks along this row. So that will give us a 4 in this square here. 4 blocking along here, 4 blocking along here, and 4 blocking up here gives us a 4 here. And 4 down this column, leaves us just 1 square here remaining. 4 across here, 4 across here means a 4 here. 4 blocking this square, this 4 blocking this square, and so 4 will be there. The missing numbers here are 5 and 9, but we can see an intersecting 5 here, so clearly 5 goes here and 9 goes here. Okay. Back to what I was doing before, which was kind of scanning around. Where was I? You don't know, do you? Because I was doing it without speaking, really, which is not a good thing to do for a video where you're trying to help people find the solution. I know, but there you are. I'll be with you in a moment. Here we are. Okay, this 8 blocks up here and this 8 blocks along here, giving us an 8 in this square here. Missing numbers here are 1. Clearly the 1's going to be limited to these 2 squares here. 2, 3, 4, 5 we don't have yet. 5 is blocked from this square here. And 9, we can't tell anything about 9 just yet. So we'll hold off on that. What's missing here? 1, 2, 5, and 6, I think. Okay. All right. So I shall kind of keep looking. We don't have a 3 in this row yet, but this 3 means that that can't be a 3 here. This 3 means that can't be a 3 here. So there's only one space left for a 3. The missing numbers now are, I think, 2 and 8 in this row, but we can't find 2 or 8 from anything that we have just yet, so we'll hold off on it. We must be able to get this because I think we know these two numbers and therefore we know these two numbers, so we can definitely get this. I'm going to explain that again. We know that 7 and 8 are blocked from here, so 7 and 8 are in these two squares. That leaves us just 2 squares left, and in fact they are 2 and 6. We have 1, we don't have 2, 3, 4, 5, we don't have 6. These are 7 and 8. So 2 and 6 are here, so that leaves us just one more square, so we can definitely find it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that has to be a 7. Oh, sorry, 7. Sorry, that has to be a 9. We have 7 here. Sorry, that's a 9. Okay. And that will, actually, I think that might finish the puzzle. I have a feeling. But anyway, 9 blocking along here. 9 blocking up here, and up here will give us a 9 here. And when we take that back across, 9 blocking here. That's our 9 there. And we know that 1 and 9 are now here, okay? Missing numbers, there are 3 numbers missing in this column. 1 and 9 are 2 of those numbers, and they are both in this block. So these have to be 1 and 9 down here. So again, we'll count through 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't yet have a 5, so that's got to be a 5. Now we can count through here, and we'll see that that is a 6. The 6 will be either here or here. We can't place it because we know this is 2 or 6, so we can't quite place that just yet. Now missing numbers down here now are 2 and 5, but we have an intersecting 5 or a 5 here, whichever way you want to look at it. So this has got to be 5, and the last number here is now 2, and that's good because 2 will block this square from being a 2. So that's a 2, and that's our 6, if you remember from previously. This in this row now has to be a 6, and the last number here in this block now is 1. This is still 7 and 8, and we still can't tell anything about it. Right, okay, almost finished, I think. What's missing down here? 1, we don't yet have a 2, and we don't yet have an 8, I think. So this is 2 and 8. No, can't quite tell just yet. What's missing across here? 1, 2, and got to be 2 and 8 as well, hasn't it? This is 2 and 8. This is also 2 and 8. So nope, still not there yet, but I feel we're very close. Let's shift focus to somewhere else. Let's look and see what's missing up here. 1s, 2s. Okay, this has to be a 2 now because this 2 blocks this square, and this 2 blocks this square. So up here, 2 must appear in the top row in this block, right? No 2 here and no 2 here, so 2 is in this block. That means 2 cannot appear here or here. This 2 blocks these 2 squares, and that again just leaves one place left where we can fit 2. And well, okay, this was 2 or 8, I think. missing here. So this 2 means that that's not a 2. That is a 2. And that's an 8. This is our 8 and that's our 7, if you remember from earlier on. So 7 blocking up here, 7 blocking this square. That's our 7 now. Okay. Right. As I said, I thought that was going to kind of more or less finish the puzzle. I think it has. Down here we are missing an 8. So we can fill that in. 8 blocking along here now, 8 blocking this square. So that's our 8 now. What's missing here? 1, 2 is blocking here. 3 is blocking here, so that's 3 anything. And 6 is blocking here. Oh, not quite. But let's do it up here. 6 blocking along this row, 6 blocking this square. So that's our 6. When we bring that down, 6 down here, that's our 6 now. 2 means that that's not a 2. That's the 3, which is our last number here. 3 blocking up here, 3 blocking up here, and 3 blocking this square gives 3 there. 1 blocking this square, 1 blocking this square, that's our 1. 1 across this row now gives us a 1 there. Missing numbers here are 2, well 2 stops that from being a 2, and 5 is our last number here. This 5, oh look, that 5's been there for ages, and I didn't even notice. 5 goes here, and 6 goes here. So back down here, 6 blocking down here, 6 across here, and that's our 6. 1 number missing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's a 9. Okay, 9 blocking this square here, so that's our 9. 1 number left is 1. This means this is not a 1, that has to be a 1. The last number here is 2. Let me just double check. That seems to be very simple. So just double checking I haven't made any dramatic errors and put 2 numbers in the same block or column or something, as can easily happen. Seems to be okay, so I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything except the effort of a click. Thank you very much. Please join me again and learn as much about Sudoku as you possibly can. Thank you. Bye-bye.